Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raihana Nurahman. Today, I would like to give a speech about talking stick technique in teaching speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any challenges when teaching speaking? Alright. Currently, many students are hesitant or even unwilling to speak, as we know that they have various reasons such as fear of making mistakes, lack of confidence, and so on. There are a lot of techniques that can encourage students to speak. One of them is talking stick technique. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to know the steps of talking stick technique in teaching speaking. Well, there are 6 steps in talking stick technique. Let's begin by understanding talking stick technique. According to Brown in 1972, talking stick technique is a technique in the learning process by a stick. Student who gets the stick must answer the question from the teacher. Talking stick technique can train the students to speak up and create fun and active condition in the class. There are 6 steps in talking stick technique. First, the teacher prepares a stick. Second, the teacher divides the students into some groups. Third, the teacher explains the material. Fourth, the students discuss about the material. Fifth, the teacher gives a stick and asks a question to the student that holding a stick. And the last is the teacher gives conclusion and evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it one by one. First, the teacher prepares a stick. Here, the teacher must prepare a stick as a tool used by the students to carry out learning by using talking stick technique. The next point is the teacher divides the students into some groups. A group consists of 4 or 5 students. The teacher can divide the group using various methods such as randomly selecting or selecting based on absences and many more. In their group, students must be able to work well together in understanding the material given by the teacher. The next point is the teacher explains the material. Here, the teacher must explain the material clearly so that students can understand the material very well. If the teacher doesn't explain the material well, so students will have difficulty in answering the question. The next point is students discuss about the material. Students must discuss about the material that has been explained by the teacher. Each group member must understand the material very well. If there are group members who don't understand it, the other group members must help them until they understand it. The next point is the teacher gives a stick and asks a question to the student that holding a stick. Here, the teacher gives the stick randomly to students and the student who gets the stick must be ready to answer the question from the teacher. All students will have a turn to hold the stick and answer question from the teacher. The last point is the teacher gives the conclusion and evaluation. After all students have finished their turn to answer question, it is time for the teacher to provide conclusion and evaluation. The conclusion is important for students to know the essence of what they are learning at that time. Likewise with evaluation. By being given an evaluation, students can find out what they have to develop and it will make them better at learning. In conclusion, talking stick technique is a technique in the learning process by a stick. Student who gets the stick must answer the question from the teacher. By understanding the steps of talking stick technique, learning can be done in a fun way. Students will be more active in the class and they will be more confident in speaking. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. I hope we can learn something new from it. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.